Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kensthetic with the Kensthetics, and I'm here with you guys today with a new video. So before we get started with today's video, I want to let you guys know that I will be donating 100% of my June Google AdSense revenue to the Black Lives Matter Global Network. So make sure that you guys, watch this whole video, listen to it, learn a little something or two, and also check out my previous uploads. I'm uploading each and every day. So yeah, we're going to get these coins together and we're going to donate to Black Lives Matter Global Network. This is an initiative that I just wanted to do to play my part in the change that I want to see. Also, this is a great opportunity for anyone who does not have the financial capacity to donate. This is what y'all gotta do. Y'all just gotta watch my videos, let the ads play. Y'all can listen to it if y'all want. I'm always dropping gems and sharing information, but as long as you watch the whole video and let the ads play out, I feel like you have done your part, and I would appreciate if you guys come back each and every day for my uploads. I'm gonna try to upload at 12 p.m. noon every day. So this is just something that I wanted to do. Hope you guys enjoy. And to all my new followers, my new subscribers, hey girl, hey. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So in today's video, I'll be speaking with you all about why our vote in the 2020 elections are so important. I want to speak about different things that are going on that I read up about, and things that I know about why our vote is so important in every election, but specifically 2020 elections. So that's what we're doing in today's video. So before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below. Join the family. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy, and drop a comment down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So before we get started, I will also be highlighting a lot of Black-owned brands, Black-owned companies, Black-owned businesses on my channel this month and every month to come. If you guys were following me and rocking with me since February, I did my Black-owned business month in February, where I highlighted different brands, different businesses that are Black-owned and have great quality products and great quality service that I suggest you guys check out. So this hat that I have on now is from Tier NYC. It is a Black-owned, men's-owned brand. It's based here in New York City. And then I just have on these earrings from ASOS, not Black-owned, but I just thought they were cute. I'm not feeling the best today. I'm going to be 100% honest. I just wanted to come on here and do my videos. I finally got some spruce in my day to come on camera. So I said, let me just do it now before I lose it. Yeah, so I've been low-key crying all morning. My niece graduated from like her version of elementary school today, and it was just very emotional for me. If you know me, you know how much I love my niece. So that was just a lot. And then I just woke up, just, with everything going on, it was just taking a toll on me. So that's why today's video is going to be up late, but I hope you guys understand. So for today's video, I have all of my notes written down so that I do not miss anything that I want to discuss with you guys. But basically in this video, what I want to do is just educate you guys on some things about what you should know for voting in 2020 and beyond. We should make sure that we're using our power to vote. If you are Black, you guys know the whole history, or you guys should know the whole history. And if you don't, then look it up, behind us as Blacks getting the right to vote, us as women getting the right to vote. So it's very important that we actually exercise these rights that we actually do have, and rights that we have that can actually make the change that we ultimately want to see. Because as I mentioned on social media, it's not just about getting the cops who have killed our brothers and our sisters in jail. It's about changing a crooked system, a system that has been broken for centuries now. Granted, we want to get those cops in jail. They should have been in jail. Anybody who, like, all of these people who have took our brothers and our sisters should have been in jail. But with the world that we live in, most of them are still walking the streets, and there's so many cases that have been closed and ruled as like suicides or just forgotten about, that it's like, yo, like, we're just gonna have these people walking on the streets freely. Like, I'm confused, but I'm not gonna get into all of that in this video. So what I do want to talk about today is voting. So primary season. As we all know, primary elections have been postponed for majority of the states because of COVID-19. So June is the month for most of the states. June is a month of primary votes. I know that June 2nd, I think it was 6 states that had their primaries on June 2nd, but there are still lots of states to come, and lots of states that are going to make a huge difference, and lots of states that we need to show up and show out. We need every state to show up and show out, but this is very important. And I think that when people think of voting, they think of the election that happens every 4 years for our president. We should be voting each and every year. The people we vote for each year are people who are put in positions that are changing things around us, such as judges, district attorneys, mayors, governors, all of that. Those are the people who have the authority to make decisions that are going to make or break the change that we want to see. So not only should we be voting every 4 years for president, which we should be, I hope we are all voting every 4 years for president, but the elections that take place each and every year, we should be participating, we should be voting, we should be showing that we want our voices to be heard, showing that we want our actions to be seen. Us voting is basically a representation of us showing that we are interested and we are in control of the people who are basically running our communities, running our states, and ultimately running our country. So it's important that we vote each and every year, not just every 4 years for president. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The next thing I wanted to say is before you vote, you need to make sure you do your research. So, you know, we see all of this on social media now, all of these candidates' pages, their social media campaigns, their ads that they run on TV and on social media, and, you know, interviews that they may do with the press. But what we really need to do is do our research and understand who these people really are. So some suggestions that I have is to look back at previous interviews that they did, is to look at, their websites, is to look at their social media accounts. Like, who are they really? Because y'all know nothing to least from social media, okay? If you say something 5 years ago on social media, trust me, honey, somebody still got it. So you want to make sure you do your research, understand what these candidates are really about, what changes they're for, what their stance really is, because what they put in their campaigns, what they put in their ads can be one thing, but you truly understanding who they are will give you a genuine response to the question of, okay, what are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for our community? So you definitely want to make sure you do your research and don't just listen to surface level information, which I'm saying is like their ads on social media or their campaigns that they have us, you know, painting a perfect picture that they're gonna do what we want them to do. No, sis, are you really gonna do it? No, bro. Like, what you really got for us? So make sure you do your research so that you can understand what each and every one of the candidates have to offer. The next thing is to make sure you're registered to vote. So this is something that a lot of people, you'll be surprised at how many people are not registered to vote. Like, it is insane. So you want to make sure you are registered to vote. For most of the states, I believe the deadline to register to vote is probably like 20-ish days before whatever election day. So for primaries, it will be like 29 or 25 days before. I have a link down below about all of the things I'm discussing in this video. So I have a link down below of a website that says how many days before an election you have to register to vote. So if you are living in a state where that deadline has not passed yet, I would highly recommend for you to register to vote. And even if you cannot vote for primaries, make sure that you're registered to vote for future elections, because sis, November 2020 is going to be a big thing, okay? So make sure you're registered to vote. And if you live in a state that is not open yet, so for me, if you guys don't know, I live in New York, and our primaries are coming up, but girl, we still not open, okay? We're supposed to be opening phase 1 on June 8th, and I don't even know if that's going to happen. I don't know what's about to happen, okay? So they basically set everyone who was registered to vote before a certain date an absentee ballot. So if you live in New York and you didn't receive an absentee ballot, I will have the link down below for you to request an absentee ballot to be sent to your house, so that you don't actually have to go to a voting location if you don't want to wait online, if you don't have the capacity to wait online, whether you have like a demanding job or you cannot stand in a line. An absentee ballot is a alternative that we do have. So I'll have that link down below so that you guys can make sure that you sign up for absentee ballots, especially if you live in a state that is not open yet. So Another thing that I want to say is that an interesting statistic I found while I was doing research is that black voters make up 20% of the Democratic vote. I'm not here to tell you guys who to vote for. If you have been following the news, if you have been in tune with what's going on in our country, then you can go ahead, you can make whatever decision you want. I'm not here to tell you guys who to vote for at all. All I'm saying is that the black vote only makes up 20% of the Democratic vote. So I'm just gonna leave that there. You can do what you want to do with it, but let's move on. So an important reason that I found, like something that touches my heart, I'm all here for humanitarian action. I'm very big on being the change that I want to see. So when I was doing research, I found that an important reason for us to vote this year, an important reason for us to consider who to vote for this year, is that the world is basically facing the worst, what could be the worst humanitarian crisis since World War II. I don't know if you guys really understand what that means, and I'm not going to get into it in this video because just thinking about it makes me low-key emotional. But in case you guys do not know what foreign assistance is, it is aid given by the U.S. to other countries to support global peace, security, development efforts, and provide humanitarian relief during times of crisis. So a lot of countries, whether we believe it or not, require help from the United States. And it, not that it sucks to say it, but it's just like we are a country who basically controls the rest of the world. The person who runs this country has an effect on almost everything that goes on around the world. So with foreign assistance, currently it takes up about 1% of the federal budget. But through that 1%, believe it or not, you might be like, oh my God, 1%. But girl, the budget is huge, okay? The US got coins. I don't know where they got it from because we're not gonna get into that, but 1% does a lot for people around the world, and it does things. So to put it in, you know, common terms, it does things such as saving lives and making the world a safer place. With our current administration, for fiscal year 21 budget for foreign assistance, it would cut US foreign assistance during a time where we basically need it the most, and that would basically leave 30 million people without food assistance, without sources of food, without knowing where their next meal is going to come from. So that's something that I read up on when I was doing research, and I'm just like, damn, this is really heartbreaking. Because one thing with me, in case you guys don't know, I love to travel. If you guys are new to my channel, I do travel content as well, but y'all know we ain't going nowhere anytime soon. But whenever I travel, I always make it my business, I always make it my duty to get in tune with the culture of wherever I'm traveling to and figuring out how I can help, whether it's during my trip or once I return. So that is something that I'm very, very big on because I am Caribbean. My family is from Dominica in the West Indies, and to see people like live in places where they don't, like, they can't really help themselves. Their economies are either based on tourism, or their economy is just not benefiting the people who need it the most. So to see that the U.S. is actually providing, to know that the U.S. is providing foreign assistance to these countries to help make sure women are safe, to make sure that, you know, people have meals to feed them, to feed their families, to see something like that in jeopardy is just really heartbreaking to me. So that's just something that I found while I was doing research, and I was like, let me go ahead and share with you guys so that you guys can know that, so that that can give you an incentive. If you needed an incentive to vote, if you needed an incentive to register to vote, hopefully that, you know, touched you and made you feel like, okay, let me go ahead and vote. So that's just basically what I wanted to discuss in this video. I'm not too political of a person. I'm not too versed when it comes to politics. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm an accountant. I'm not a politician. So I just wanted to share some things that I found while I was doing my research. Another thing with doing research is ongoing. You shouldn't wait until an election is coming up to sit and figure out, you know, what's going on in your country, who's going to run your country, who's going to run your state, who's going to run your community. There should be something that you're doing research on ongoing, so that when the time comes, because girl, when I tell y'all that a lot of things be getting deleted, a lot of things be going missing when it's time for us to get to them polls, okay? So just make sure you're doing your research all the time, and make sure you're making this a priority, because as we're seeing now, like, I've known this from before, but I feel like we should see it now more than ever, that these people will basically make or break our country, make or break our communities, make or break actions that we want to see. So that's all I'm gonna say in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. I will be uploading a video each and every day just to let you guys know, to remind you guys. I will be donating 100% of my June Google AdSense revenue to the Black Lives Matter Global Network. So make sure you guys catch up with my videos 12 p.m. every day, hopefully, and check out my previous uploads too. I'll have some of them in the end cards as well as linked down below. So make sure you guys are caught up. Make sure you guys are, you know, in tune, because girl, we're trying to get these coins to get these movements together. Okay, so that's all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until my next video, which will be tomorrow, I'll see you guys later.